to him?
Yes. Yeah, because he about to go in.
He hung up?
No!
What is going on, guys? This video is going to be slightly different from most videos. I'm going to talk about how I lost some of the biggest fish this year, potential double digits. That's right, but you know how that story goes, man. Fish always seem bigger when you don't catch them. But I'm going to break down what I did wrong and what I could do to potentially fix that situation if it happened again. But before we jump into this video, I want to give a huge shout out to Bass Bruiser 71. He dropped a video like this, and that dude catches fish, big fish on swim bait. So y'all be sure to check out his channel. So let's jump straight into this video, and hopefully it can help you from potentially losing that next PB. Let's go.
No, that's a, what you call it? No, it's not a stump. Oh my gosh.
Let him run, let him run. Can we go to him?
Yes. Yeah, because he about to go in.
He hung up?
No!
What was that, dude? So you thought you were hung, and then he started peeling drag?
Gosh.
That hurt, guys. I have never had a fish pull drag like that. I felt like I was just holding the rod with both hands and saying, Jesus, take the wheel, man. That fish was peeling drag. In this situation, we was fishing a fairly large lake, our pond, if you want to call it that, and it had tons of timber and tons of trees and laydowns in it. I thought it was a log. I just felt weight. It just felt like weight. I didn't set the hook. So guys, in this scenario, set the hook, man. Hook sets are free. Double digits are not free, man. You don't get them every day. That fish pulled drag like any other fish that I have ever felt. Don't tell me it's a catfish. It wasn't a catfish. I felt the head shakes go back and forth, and I was just holding on, man. It was pulling the boat. But guys, set the hook. Just set the hook. It's free. In this scenario, if it happened again, I'll probably just set the hook midway through the fight if I didn't set the hook the first time around. So that's how I think I would fix this situation. Things happen. You guys let me know what you would have done in that scenario.
Man, Michael, it feels bigger. It feels bigger. Yo, come on. Really, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Damn! No! That was bigger. Was it? Oh my god. Did you see how it took the line? I saw the line. I saw the fish in the water. Jesus Christ, man. God.
Bruh, another massive fish. This fish took line out, man. And I know some of you guys have caught giant fish before on top water. Sometimes those giant fish just slurp a bait down. They're lazy. They don't jump. This fish hit and instantly it flew to deep water, man. The thing that I couldn't do in this situation was I could not turn the head. That fish took off and dived straight down into that grass, man. I had not a chance in the world. In that scenario, hopefully, if it played out again, I could actually get a little bit more line in, set the hook, and drag that fish in, man, and power it through that grass. That's pretty much the only thing I think that I could have had to benefit me in that scenario. Other thing that probably could have changed differently, I'm not going to blame it on tackle because that's what everybody does, is blame it on tackle. But I would say, I think if I had a reel that had a little bit more drag, it would have helped some, and I would have had my drag cinched all the way down. That way, when I set the hook, instantly I was turning that fish head, hopefully, and it was not going into the grass. This was the biggest fish that I had on my line all year and probably my whole life. This fish fought insanely hard, and I could not turn it, and I feel like I'm a pretty strong guy. It just worked me over, point blank. So that's what happened in that scenario. You guys chime in. Let me know if this happened to you before and how you would have resolved that situation.
Go ahead, man. Oh.
Oh, shit. This is a big fish, Kevin. All right, on this particular video, I'm fishing at nighttime with a Whopper Plopper 130. Fairly good sized bait, had a massive fish blow up. Let's play that clip. This is a bigger fish by far. Good fish, guys. Dug into the grass.
Oh, man.
5-pounder.
That sucks.
Lost a 5-pounder, guys. Okay, guys, this was a rookie mistake. This particular place too, man, had a ton of grass. Fought the fish. Like I said, it was a massive blow up. Got it within like 5 feet of the bank. 5 feet from the bank was filled with grass. In my head, I'm letting the fish battle. I'm letting it like fight me. This particular time I didn't have braid. I had mono in a spot with a lot of grass. So mono gives. So just a head note for you guys. Braid doesn't give much. It has no stretch hardly. So sometimes when you're fishing in places with a lot of grass, use braid. But I let the fish play me close to the bank in the grass with a bait that had treble hooks. No. Don't do that. If you're near grass and you have a big fish on with a bait that's fairly large, just get that fish in. Get it in as quick as possible. Don't let it head go down to that grass. If it does, your ass is grass. But yes, that's what they're wrong, guys. Probably want to use braid in places with a lot of grass. Don't let that fish drag you down into the grass. Get it in ASAP. So that's what I would have done on this scenario. This was a 5 to 6 pound bass. So not the biggest bass, but still a 5 to 6 pound bass is a solid bass. Oh, come on, man. That was a big blow up. He missed it. All right, these next 3 videos are all frog fishing. I enjoyed frog fishing this year. I was a total rookie to it. I never fished with frogs and I fell in love with it. But when you're new to something, just be prepared to learn and learn quickly what not to do. So I made a ton of mistakes. Let's jump into these clips and you guys can analyze what I did wrong. Feel free to chime in down below on techniques regarding frogs. I'm still new to frog fishing by all means. So chime in down below. Let's jump into these next 3 clips and I kind of break down what I actually did wrong in these scenarios. Oh, that was it. Come on, that was it. That was it. Stay on. Oh my God. No. Oh, that's a giant. God, that was a good fish, guys. Got him. Just gotta get him out. Dang. Cool. Let's jump into some of these issues with frog fishing and mistakes that I made. Number 1, make sure your drag is set. Make sure it is sensed all the way down. I mean, all the way down. You can listen to some of these clips on the video, and when I set the hook, you can hear the drag slip. You don't want that drag to slip. That's gonna allow that fish to create some slack and potentially take into the lily pads or deep down into that grass. And once you go in that grass, sometimes there's no coming back from that. Number 2, regarding frog fishing, the issues that I encountered, first off was setting the hook. How long do you wait? Do you wait 2 seconds or do you set the hook when the frog disappears That's a tough question. One of the hardest questions in bass fishing to me. If I wait 2 seconds with a 7-pound fish and it goes nose deep into the grass, I'm in a ton of trouble at that point in time. Hopefully, I can keep tension tight and get that fish in and hopefully catch him. The second thing is waiting until it disappears. That is a challenge also too, because if you're bumming and far away out there, sometimes it can be hard to see after the blow up. That fish can knock the frog up in the air. It could suck it in. It's hard to gauge, you know, is the frog in that fish mouth and has it disappeared? So those are the 2 things that I battle with. You guys chime in down below and let me know what has worked best for you in this scenario. Number 3 is having the right line. Braid is my preferred choice as far as fishing for frogs. I like 65. I hear some guys say 50. So this year I'm gonna experiment. Do I like 65-pound braid or 50-pound braid? You guys chime in. I'm new to this. Like I said, I'm a rookie with frog fishing. Let me know what works best for you. I'm gonna continue to experiment and see which line is gonna help me catch more fish at the end of the day. So these are the 3 things about frog fishing that has plagued me so far. Well, guys, that was it. That was some of the biggest fish that I've ever lost, point blank. But with fishing hard and fishing constantly comes mistakes. But sometimes that's the best way to learn. So hopefully I won't make those same mistakes again. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys took away something from this video. So please be sure to subscribe and we'll see you guys on the next video. Tight lines.